Top left of the map, down 1 game is the Terran player, currently teamless, a former Fnatic player. Yes.
Alive.
Won't be alive any longer. If his opponent takes him out in game 2, then he will have to go through the up and downs. Bottom right of the map, we have 4-team StarTale.
StarTale Life.
I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen Life not do that extractor cancel. And every matchup, he just does it. Every single time. That's why if I were blindfolded or if the ID was not shown to me, I would still be able to tell you it was Life if I saw him play 4 games, because I'd be like, listen, nobody else would do this 4 times in a row except Life.
I feel sorry for Alive.
Me too.
Because I really don't know what to do against this kid. I have no idea. You can't really get into his head. I feel this is one of the few players where it's kind of impossible to play mind games against him. He will get in your head. This is what happened at the Iron Split finals when he had to face DRG and was already down in the game. Didn't win a single map and then suddenly won 4 in a row. This kid is just... he is so good. He's unbelievably good.
Yeah, he's going, by the way, for pool before gas on this map. This is not going to really give him that much of an ability to pressure Alive, but he does see that Alive is going for a command center first. He could make 6 links and try to go. It is a wide ramp, but I just don't feel that to be the correct choice. I think he's just going to take a gas and start to prepare, because this map, like I said before, is known for timings because of those gold patches, because the third base is miles away.
Life just wanted to be a little bit safer here, but now he takes the early gas too. So this is not the opening that you usually see against Terran. What we have normally is a hatch first play, which didn't happen. He goes into the pool a little bit faster, gives him the extra queen, which is also kicking his production up a notch. And with the early gas now, he could go for a timing attack. He could very well even go for a Baneling Bust here, for roaches, whatever his heart desires. There is a lot of potential for aggression now.
Usually, if the Zerg is the one putting aggression on this map, we see Roach Baneling. We've seen it a few times already in the past. And it's very difficult for the Terran to defend with Roaches and Banelings, because the backdoor expansion can be exposed once those rocks are gone. So if you have enough Roaches to knock the rocks down, then you suddenly have Banelings rolling in on a wide area. And there's the Roach run.
Roach run, but it's not going to be a Roach Baneling. He has 17 Harvesters, so this is going to be a very fast Roach push that he's executing here. Even gets in with the Zerglings and sees now what's happening. A few SCVs have to be pulled off the mineral line to make sure that the Lings don't do damage, but they at least get all the scouting information and can mess a little bit with their mining.
Yeah, Yibby goes for, takes out one of those gold patches, that's 7 minerals lost in that SCV's hand.
Yeah, and this should not have happened. So these Roaches could do a lot, and noteworthy is that Alive did not send out an SCV.
Yeah, he has no idea what's coming. And he has enough larvae now to build 5 Roaches.
I think he's going up to at least 7 as soon as the
next... I think he might even go 9.
Yeah, he definitely could. I mean, he starts his drone now. Will he add additional Roaches? There's the Roach number 6. Still waiting for the additional lava. And this could do quite a bit of damage. There is not a lot here. The bunker is being started now, and with the bunker he should be fine, but still.
Yeah, he's going to be quote-unquote fine, but SCVs are going to have to be pulled, and he will lose some of those. And the game may equalize afterwards. And he is going up now in total to 9 Roaches. And the Overlord will finish. He could make more, but I think he'll start drones. And in fact, there are the 4.
Alive is... okay. Forget what I was just about to say. I thought he was supply block and didn't start a supply depot, but everything lined up very well for him.
The Overlord going down here, though, but that means the Marines are not in the bunker.
That will heavily supply block Life.
He better hope that he does not get caught outside of that ramp, though.
He sees them. He sees them. He has to head back. Oh, he's trying to... He has still 3 Marines in the bunker, so this definitely helps him.
Yeah, and the Marines are actually just going to try to hide out, but Life knows they're out there.
He's looking for them. He's trying to find them.
Well, this buys a little bit more time for Alive. If he can break down one of those depots and then get in, that should be great, but he goes for the bunker.
Here come the SCVs in there. Too late? I think they're too late, Wolf.
Oh, it's so close! Oh! Oh, it gets it down, and now the Marines are in trouble. The 3 Marines from before are coming in. They're low on hit points, though.
There's the Marauder. The Marines are being targeted. They're trying to run away here. The Marauder is going to be the key unit in this fight.
Back at home, 6 drones on the way. The Marauder, like you said, very key here. But Life is going to take this trade any day of the week.
He's just taking down those Harvesters. This is all that he wants to accomplish here. Now he's going for the Marauder, trying to pick up another Marine first, and he succeeds.
He may get this last one. It's going to be close.
Harvester count 28 to 39, and the lair tech for Life has been started already. No third base just yet, though.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a third base from Life on this map. Well, he's getting the evolution chambers, but the third base on this map is so difficult to take. The creep that you need to spread over there is extremely difficult, and then you have a problem where the defense against, for example, Hellion attacks or big bio pushes that come out on a map like this, which we're going to see from Alive most likely here since he's adding these barracks and does not have a third command center. So, I mean, there's a lot of potential for aggression from a Terran player, and holding that third base is just going to be so difficult.
Well, he's establishing the third base now as we speak, and it's of course very far away, as you already pointed out, so it's not going to be easy to do anything to save this. But the question is, can Life really push out and take advantage of this fact? Because we have Life now setting up a defense with his Roaches, and he's losing another Overlord here.
Yep, Overlord gets taken out.
But he's actually going into +1/+1 now, so we don't even see him with any kind of transition into melee units. He has a really strong force. He could even go into Hydralisk, which is something that we've seen Stefano do over and over again, but also Life has shown that he likes Hydralisk a lot more now that they have a little bit more of utility in Heart of the Swarm, so people have been experimenting with them a lot more, and it works also on Wings of Liberty, as it turns out.
We've seen this, it was Teja against... My brain is not working.
Sulky?
Yes, against Sulky, where we had a Roach Force try to hold a third base on Whirlwind, I believe it was, versus a Bio Push, like what kind of Alive is setting up to be able to pressure with. And it basically is, if you have enough Roaches, if you have a massive, overwhelming amount of Roaches, then you win the fight, but otherwise the Bio Force can win. And I'm a little bit scared for Life here if he does not realize what Alive is going for. Holding this third base is going to be a difficult task.
It depends a lot though on how many Marauders you have. And this is a nice snipe on the reactor, but I feel he can't really push through. If there is a repair, but there is nothing.
Yeah, this is 2 for 2. Alive a little bit slow on the repair here.
+2 attack has been started right after the first attack upgrade is done. Here comes a drop though, and this drop is going to be really crucial. If Alive can do damage now, that would be so helpful, but no, Life reacts immediately, pulls all his drones back. The Roaches are already on the way. Puts the workers to work a bit too fast though. A few of them are down.
And this is just such an annoying base to defend. He does have the creep over there though. And like you said, he would have lost less if he had not sent the drones back immediately like that. Well, Alive is not actually doing a direct push here, but he does not have a third command center. He has a ton of barracks.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised about how he's playing this. I don't quite understand it.
So far he's really holding his own, but you're right, without the third command center he can't do a lot, especially since time is working in his opponent's favor, so he has to set up something. The problem is that, yes, he has the armory now, but +2/+2 has not been started, and Life is already on his way to get those upgrades, and with them he will be able to do quite a lot. He also has now the Infestor, so I'm not quite sure what Alive is waiting for. Whatever timing he's trying to hit here, it doesn't really look like he's able to pull it off.
Looks like he wants to get a few more Marauders out. He's continuing to do these drops, which are relatively successful. He's trying to clean up Overlords as well here. It's going to allow this second drop. But even if he doesn't put the third command center on the expansion location, because I get that, because there's a lot of Roaches on the map, he needs to have it ready so that when he does do something with this bio push, he can transition into it. Otherwise, he would have, I feel, moved out earlier.
The creep spread is decent for Life, and yes, the second push is now coming in, but we have now the Infestors
ready.
Yeah, the Infestors are there to the rescue. Blum blum. And there comes the... Yeah, he just has everything. It's like there's the Fungal, he takes down the Viking, the 4th base might have to be cancelled, and that's the case. But he's still 3 base against 2. There's the 3rd command center for Life very late in this game. And he will be on even upgrades with Alive at some point, but there's still a lead in upgrades for the Zerg player, there's no doubt about that.
Now he stims, runs into the backdoor expansion here. We'll get this Queen. And then we'll have to get out. And this drop is completely shut down.
Yeah. Drop doesn't do too much, and now here comes the force.
This is the most important part of this
Alive.
game. And Alive, I feel, can hold this easily with good fungals.
Yeah, he should be able to hold this off. He has the fungals, he has the roaches there. He also has the upgrade lead by now.
Yeah, and here he goes. Roach is tanking the damage, but the Infestors are not joining the fight. A little bit late here, but now he gets some.
He gets the perfect position with the Infestors, and the double fungal is good and takes down most of the Marines.
Yeah, and now he just has to deal with the Mirars, which are already low on hit points.
He can go in for another fungal.
Yeah,
They're
and
all
he does.
up.
This is not good for Alive. Life, I think, is going to take the 2-0 here. Life he has way too many bases. Now Alive doesn't have a force to deny a fourth base anymore. Alive's third is not even complete yet.
Even a Hydra Den is now being built. He has a 60 supply lead. He is ahead in tech. He sees that there is a pure bio play by Alive, that there are no siege tanks. Even catches the job here with another fungal.
I mean, Alive trying to do the best he can with the cards he has now on the table, but his third Commander is going to be at the third base so late, and I'm just watching roaches everywhere, just leaking around the map, finding small Marine forces, picking them off.
Life is building a fourth base again, this time at the bottom left of the map. He's building the Hydralisks now. We'll most likely see the range upgrade being researched. He's on 2-2, and yes, Alive will get the same amount of upgrades, but the momentum is completely in favor of the Startail player, and it does not look like Alive will be able to get into
It doesn't look like this momentum has any chance of slowing. The Infestors come through here. He could fungal every single group of units. Not a single unit goes unfungled, and now Alive will just have to fall back and perhaps even GG here.
It's a great conga that he has, but there's just too much DPS with those infested Terrans, with the fungals, with all the roaches. He's trying to deny mining at a third that does not even land. It's at the top right, trying to get into a position, but he can really see how the supply is working more and more in favor of Life.
Yeah. He just needs to wait for a little bit more energy and get those Hydras back maxed out.
Drop in the main base and also an attack at the bottom left at the fourth base. So Alive is really trying to play his cards well, but yeah, okay. The attack at the bottom left with one Marine, that is more a prayer than an attack.
Yeah, it was more of a scout, I suppose, really than anything else up that base. Now that he has this many Hydras out and the medevac count has been significantly reduced, Alive has to turtle. He has to just sit back and turtle on his third base, which... This is a bit weird.
Yeah, the SCVs are trying to go to the top right, but they have been spotted.
Yeah,
he should have seen that. I mean, they were on the minimap for quite some time, so he should be... Yeah, he should know that there's a fourth base.
I think he's not even that concerned about it because he can deal with that at any moment in time. He can send even 2 burrowed Infestors over there to cause problems. This is going to be a big issue, though. He needs to keep this base, the bottom left, alive.
Unfortunately, our observer PC tapped out because I would love to check if he researched range. I don't think that he actually researched range for the Hydralist. I think he forgot that upgrade, but we can't double check here. It's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, just want to give you guys that info. Our computer bugged out, but these drops are being shut down. Alive needs to do something, so he's continuing to try here, but the Spines and all the roaches that he's left at home to defend this are making it easy to shut them down.
Yeah. I like that Life is now setting up additional defenses here.
Yeah,
with all those spike scholars, he will be able to deal with the drops. Because this is the one thing that Alive has been doing constantly in this entire game. Drop play. That's just like his trump card, but so far it doesn't really work.
Well, I get that, because without the immunities it's hard to shut down drops unless he spreads the Hydras. There's the range.
There's the range upgrade, so he really forgot it the entire time. Wasn't aware that he doesn't have it.
Now the Roach knows for sure about this base.
One of the things that... okay, I just wanted to mention that maybe Alive can now pull ahead in upgrades with a +3/+3 start, but as I wanted to point it out, Alive starts his own set of upgrades, so there's not going to be an advantage for the Terran player.
Yeah. I mean, the Hydras he has out on the map now are now up to 21. He does not have any siege tanks to deal with these. And even though they're slow off creep, he's about to have range for them, and there's just so many. They've already walked where they need to be. It's not an issue of speed anymore. He's desperately trying to keep this base alive. And
yeah, but I'm not really
there's
sure if
fungals here. He's going to hit these Marines. They're going to die almost instantly.
There comes the big army for Alive, but we have Life now with the fungals, trying to move up the ramp once again. Alive is just trying to fight as much as possible, keeping his chances to go to contest Alive,
but no. There's too many fungals here, and the Hydra is doing way too much DPS at the back. And even with armies on 2 sides, there's no way for Alive to defend. Infested Terrans going down, his barracks go down as well. He may maybe get that hatchery, but it's not going to be enough. I don't know what's going on with that Roach. He is just trying. He's on the Live's team.
His production is going to fall. Alive will lose all his production buildings in his main base, even if there is still this nuisance of a Marauder to the bottom right of the map. We will not see Live fall to this. He has just way too much.
His army is too big.
Yeah, exactly. He has twice the supply of Alive.
The barracks are falling Alive. Not only doesn't have any money, but he doesn't have any production anymore with these barracks falling apart. And even this force, this small Roach Hydra force that's pretty low on hit points, is just too much. He can't even kill it all.
The barracks are gone. Alive is trying whatever he can, but just look at the reinforcements here. The reinforcements alone could take Alive out.
Yep, that Roach did kill the Evolution Chamber, it turns out.
Well, congratulations.
Well, at this point, Alive is just going to have to type out. He will play the up and downs. He's not out of the GSL.
The only reason why the Roach attacked the Evolution Chamber was he knew exactly by the time he would arrive at the top left, everything else would be gone, and he already would wanted to contribute and at least take down something.
Yeah. Well, Life takes a 2-0 that I think most people predicted. Alive showing, I don't want to say it was disappointing, but it was definitely not what I expected to see.
Nah, it's just like, let's be frank here for a second, Life is on a different level. I was very surprised when he did not get through his Codes group, and I think most people predicted him to take the entire group in the end. That was not the case, but to me, he's still at least one of the top 3 players that we have in Korea. Yeah. Even though this was not his season.
He's a decent player. You know, on the Icarus, I feel he could have moved out earlier. I don't know if he saw the third hatchery of Life. If he didn't know about it, then he might have been thinking, well, I'm going to stay on 2 bases. If he stays on 2 bases, I'll deal with whatever tech he throws at me, then I'll take my third. But in the end, Life just had too many Roaches on the map.
Life belongs in Codes, and this is exactly where he is now. Alive, on the other hand, he gets another chance in the up and downs. They are still in Wings of Liberty, whereas the StarTale player can now completely focus on Heart of the Swarm. We'll get a quick look at the match results today to show all of you what happened. We had things starting off with a PvP between 2 Wounding Stars player. SOS takes it over flying with a 2-1. Gumiho has no problems with Byan, also advances to Codes.
Yep. And then we saw Dongrigu take out Lure in a bit of a weird series. You could definitely tell they were playing on the same team. Strange series, but DRG closes it out. And last but not least, as we just described, Life walking all over Alive. He is a Codes player, he's a champion, and nobody expected anything different.
Yeah, really well played and very interesting matches today, but I feel tomorrow is even going to be better. Our first game is going to be a ZVZ with True versus Boong Boong. Then we have Su versus Lucira, 2 Zergs versus Zerg. Really excited to see Lucira play. And then we have Squill. He just joined LGIM, and he is up against Samsung Khan's Shine.
Yeah, and the final match, the one I feel that everybody is talking about the most, is going to be Flash versus Rain. 2 Kesser players playing against each other from the main 2 Kesser teams, the most famous ones, KT and SK. That's the cell phone company battle going on here.
Tomorrow might answer one question. The question being, will Flash finally get into Codes? He tried 2 times, he failed 2 times. This is his 3rd attempt.
He's so close. It only takes 2 wins, and he's there.
Yeah. But Rain is a strong opponent, and Rain could take it. And if Rain advances, then Flash is once again for the 3rd time playing in the up and downs, where so far he did not have a lot of luck. So tomorrow is going to be his big day. Can he pull through? We're going to find out tomorrow. Make sure to tune in. Yeah, we're done for the day.
Yeah, we're done. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, and of course to the round of 4 for Codes coming up on Thursday and Friday. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.